Yes, beautiful people. Big up to all of you. I appreciate all of you. Those of you in the chat, I think one person in the chat already big, but I did see two people watching. But it turns out only my sister is in the chat right now. Chama, I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join me this evening. I was out, wasn't at home, and didn't even actually watch the second half until I came back from where I went with the wife. I wouldn't again. As much as a lot of people are complaining, still complaining that it wasn't a good performance, I'll take it. And I've always said in most cases, games that we've won this season, we haven't played well. The ones we've played well, the story has always been, we played well, but we didn't win. So that's fine. Well, I'm going to take this. Onto the quarterfinals we'll go, and that's not easy. But by the way, Chama is there in the chat. He says, good afternoon, Coach. Good afternoon to you too, Chama. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I know you're probably back from work. That's why you are able to join. I'm happy. We're in the quarterfinals and we will be playing Leicester City. A tricky customer. They play a very attacking football. And even, again, something else I want to say quickly. No matter how anybody feels about how badly they think we played against Leeds United, I don't think we should take that win for granted. We're talking about a high-flying Leeds United. Correct me if I'm wrong. Before we played them, I think they had won around 12 games in a row. No draws, all wins in a row, and so it wasn't easy to have beaten them. And yeah, as you can see, they were good. They are a very good side, and they scored first, equalized, and then Gallagher came on and scored the winning goal for us. So not easy. Kudos to the manager also. I give him credits when he deserves. I always give him credit when he deserves one. I must say, yeah, good changes in confidence. He showed confidence in some of the players that started today, and they didn't disappoint. So I'm happy. Leeds United scored. I think they scored in the eighth minutes. From a defensive mix-up, or you could call it that. Some people say blame the Sissi, some blame Casado. I'm not too sure where I want to go with that. I'm gonna have to watch it again, but that's by the way. Leeds United scored in the 8 minutes, and Chelsea equalized around 7 minutes later or 8 minutes later with a beautiful goal, beautiful fine finish by Nicholas Jackson, and you can say, and also good team play there. And Moses Casado, I've always said, I think we'll get more out of Casado if he gets to play in a more advanced role. But right now, we don't have too many options in terms of someone sitting and protecting the defensive line is the most suitable for that role at the moment. I think when Romeo Lavia comes back on, if we have let's look at Chico back, either of those two players will become the sitting six, and then allow him the independence or freedom to be wherever he wants to be on the pitch. Because Casado is a talented player, but unfortunately we haven't seen the best of him. But I must say, in that final actually that we lost to Liverpool, I must say I think he was brilliant on the day, but we didn't win the final. Of course, that became, you can say, the most talked about. The fact that people talked about the most, the fact that we didn't win the final, and his performance meant not this overall. There's more to his game than him being the sitting six and also protecting the defensive line. He has good passing range in him, and I think he has a good shot in him. But I think let's keep managing him being the one charged to protect the defensive line until we have Romeo Lavia, let's look at you. Well, maybe I think Casade can actually play deeper and allow Casado the independence to be more adventurous on the pitch than usual. But that's fine. Well, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this evening. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 5 likes, and we're just 7 minutes into the show. I think we can do better than that. Let's see what else we have here. And Choma is saying that I will just be listening. I'm in the kitchen. Okay. Don't make me hungry. I am happy we won. I'm happy that Chelsea won. Yeah, I'm happy we won too. And I'm not gonna, you can say, get into or debate with anybody whether we played well or not. We did what we had to do to win. Good reaction from the boys. You can say it wasn't the best of performances, but we won, and we showed character too. The fact that we conceded first and still came back from a goal down to win the game the way we did. It doesn't matter. I get it. Leeds came back and it was 2-2 before Gallagher came on and scored that a well-taken goal. Had he been taking the chances, the 2 chances or 3 chances he had against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, but no need to reference that case. I think he's a human being after all. He's not perfect. I say what you like about him. I think Chelsea Football Club win separately this season. Let me just leave it at that. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And quickly, I want to appeal to those of you who are watching and for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just know that we appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But I want to ask you for one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us to help us garner more likes, which in turn will trigger the YouTube algorithm and get it to push the stream to more people who will be interested in the topics in discussing the match for us. So I want to hear your view in the chat. What do you make of the game? How we played? Who was your man of the match? I think the Leeds United player, one man of the match, the guy that scored the 2 goals for them. But our goals were all beautiful. They go from Nicholas Jackson, well composed. Again, he took it nonchalantly, you could argue, but a fine finish from him. And the second goal also from Mykhailo Mudryk, who plays centrally today as a 10. I'm going to watch the game again to get a good understanding of the average positioning of the players. In my opinion, I don't care how badly anybody thinks we played. I think the most important thing is that we won. And onto the quarterfinals, we'll go against Leicester City. Let's see what else we have here. And Jerry C is in the house. Jerry C, I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this evening. Thanks so much. And Jerry is saying, let's see if Pochettino is not going anywhere. Nobody is arguing that with you right now. I live with Poch and I with Poch. I will fight it to death until Poch in Premier League and Champions League wins. Okay, until Poch wins Premier League and Champions League with Chelsea Football Club. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I have my opinion, but at the same time, I want him to succeed. There's a first for everything. Yeah, there's a first for everything. Chances are he will get the opportunity to win his first ever English, you say, win a trophy as the manager of an English club. And I'll take it. What I support Chelsea. So if he does well, my club would do well. So I support him. I'm not gonna. I said I've made my opinion clear, but after that, I'm not gonna be. You could say going around with placards or maybe boards saying "Poch out." No, I've made my point clear. And if you watch the video, you have a good understanding with regards to why I think he's not the man in a long time. But that's not the argument right now. We've made progress, I agree, but I want to move on beyond that. So let's hear you. Who was your man of the match and why you think that individual deserves to deserves to be man of the match by your own you can say let's say your own ranking of the players. Let's see what else we have here. Nancy Gallagher, it was a well taken goal. Well taken goal, well composed. Long may that continue. I want to see more of that from him. Not to be, you could argue against Liverpool. Chances are, you could say that he was tired, and when you're tired, you'd experience impaired, what you could call impaired judgment. You don't think straight. Maybe so much in a hurry to get something done and then make mistakes. But by the way, Leeds also got to go back 2-2 before Gallagher came on. Mykhailo Mudryk looking like we've been playing him in the wrong position. I think he did well as a 10 today when he was moved to the flanks. You could say he didn't do as well as he did when he operated centrally. There's a good player in him. I've always told people that, but people, Chelsea fans, were it's our thing to jump to conclusions or once a player struggles in a game or two. In the books of many Chelsea fans, you can argue, they tell you that Mykhailo Mudryk isn't it. He's not good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club. And I've always told people, listen, I knew him before he joined Chelsea. I knew him when he was still at Shakhtar Donetsk. He was really good for them. So good against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu that when he was taken off the Madrid fans applauded him. He was that good. And why do you think Arsenal? Why do you think they wanted to sign him? We had to hijack the deal and got him to put pen to paper and join Chelsea Football Club. It's simple. He's a good player. There's a good player in him. And if people are still arguing that he isn't good enough for Chelsea, if you paid attention to you could say his starting life at Chelsea, or maybe how well he's done since he's done Chelsea, joined Chelsea, I'd say he hasn't been bad, in my opinion. That's because he's shown, we've seen flashes of what he's capable of doing, but the manager didn't follow those performances up with subsequent starts. He dropped into the bench and then started Raheem Sterling in subsequent games. That alone, in my opinion, is enough to, you could say, get him to start experiencing a low confidence, and that happened. There's a good player in him. He's a good dribbler. He has excellent shot in him, but he needs to play consistently. I get it. People are saying he needs to go out and learn. No, and I don't blame people. That's because it's you can say it's more of a tradition to Chelsea fans to quickly conclude that the player isn't good enough when that player hasn't even played two seasons for the club, and you can say and has now hasn't been given enough game time so that we can see what the player is capable of doing. In this case, I think there's a good player in him, and I think he will. I think he will be here for. He will be at Chelsea. He will stay at Chelsea for a while. I don't care what anybody thinks. That's a good plan, and I think the owners know. They know that. For instance, I don't know if I think some of you must have heard this already. Bayern wanted him. I think during the summer transfer window or so, and Chelsea refused to let him join them on loan. And chances are, if you ask me, I'd say they probably wanted him on loan with an option to buy, because at the time, given what we had, lots of the nonsense out there, it's easy to read those things and conclude, yeah, Chelsea don't want him. They probably would sell him if they find any buyer that will pay them a sizable fee, given how much we bought him for. But I'm not too concerned. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. I've asked the question, and I'm going to ask some question again. Your observations from the game. Who was your man of the match and why? But let's say you keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. Let's go and let me look at the numbers here. Let's see what the numbers tell us. Let's just give me a second here. I have a lot of windows open here and I can't find the one I'm looking for. Oh gosh. Okay. There you go. Yep. Let's see what the numbers tell us. 51% ball possession and 49 for Leeds United. Pretty balanced in my opinion. Expected goals 1.06 for Leeds United and 0.90 for Chelsea Football Club. Given that, you could argue that actually we were lucky to have won on the day, but it doesn't matter. We took our chances. And total shots 10 for Chelsea and 13 for Leeds United. Shots on target 5, that's 50%. And three shots on target out of 13 attempts for Leeds United. Big chances, they created 4 big chances and we created just 1. Big chances missed and missed 2. You can argue, given those numbers, we were lucky to have won on the day, but I'll take it. Again, we've talked about we've all experienced this season games that we played really well and had finished the game with 1.7 or whatever you want to call it, a zillion xg, with the opposition struggling to get up to 1 point something, and then we did lose those games. So I'm taking this, and you could argue this may well be our only way to getting involved in a European competition come next season, and that's because there's no guarantee we finish anywhere in the table where next season, which will mean for us that next season we get to participate in a European competition. So we have to take the FA Cup very serious. And I was concerned when I saw the lineup But good thing we had, you can argue, we had the big boys on the bench. Mudryk started, and he justifies the manager's selection by scoring a beautiful goal, created a few chances. But Sterling, I think he created one excellent chance for Raheem Sterling, but I don't know what I need to rewatch that. I watched the first half, then I had to watch the second half again when I came back from where I went. But I need to watch it again. I think he created a beautiful chance for Raheem Sterling. But when I think if you know Sterling very well, you'd know that once the ball is not on the carpet, yeah, he hardly gets. He probably wouldn't do anything nice with the ball, for lack of a better way to express that. Let's see what else we have. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along where we have just 5 likes, and I believe we can do much, much better than that. If you haven't, please take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And this is Adam's channel, Zuo. He says he loves Chelsea. Thank you. Nice to hear. And welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Feeling at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. My favorite color is blue. Oh, congratulations. Nice to hear that too. Mine is blue too. But you've met the righteous, again, by supporting Chelsea. Win against Villa, Palace, and securing draws against City and Liverpool in full-time wins. Win against Leeds United, resulting in an impressive undefeated streak in the last 5 matches during full-time. Stats 101. Yeah, thank you for that lecture there. I appreciate that. Let's take Houston. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. I think you watched that video that I've referenced occasionally 1,000 times, and yeah, I think you understand my points fully well. But thank you for the Stat 101 lecture. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna move on. And here Jerry is also saying massive progress. Talk about the sack illogical. Houston, I'm going to say something I've said before. I'm not saying we should sack him now. Do I think there's any other manager out there that's more suitable to the Chelsea for the Chelsea project or two? I don't know which is the perfect. But let me just move on there. Here's my point is, yeah, he's the man. Again, he's known. He's made a name for himself. He's known to help nurture young players to get them to be playing at the highest level. My concern is this: when it matters, I think he will falter, and I'm still saying it. And that's not me saying that there's he cannot you can say improve. He's a smart guy. Chances are he'd learn from his mistakes and become even better. Remember when he joined Chelsea during one of the interviews, he did say that he's learned quite a lot from his past. And chances are from the mistakes he's made at Chelsea, yeah, chances are he's learned from his mistakes and is better. And of late, actually, let's look beyond my video on why I want him sacked at the time. Houston, do I think we've made progress? We've made progress, especially you can say last 2-3 months we've actually made progress. But the truth remains, because we lost a final to Liverpool for I think 4 finals in a row or 3 finals in a row against Liverpool, plus the fact that that's the 6th final we've lost in a row. I think people could say didn't care much about the progress we've made. I recognize that we've made progress. Yeah, I recognize that. Yeah, you can say our struggles this season aren't all down to him not you can say not being a capable manager. I recognize the fact that we've averaged at least 7-8 players out per game. I also recognize, yeah, the fact that we have an entirely new team. Those factors you can say they haven't helped. But that's besides my argument, and I know you understand that. But that's by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes that do go a long way. And also, if you haven't, please take a second to subscribe to the channel to help us kind of 2 things, kind of more likes, and also, yeah, if you subscribe, we'll take that. It says, boss, the message is not even if it's intended for me, we're here to have a good conversation. You should know by now, Jerry, I don't think anything personal. I don't. In terms of when we are here again debating or having a conversation, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my own opinion. We are all entitled to our respective opinions, and that's That's important. If we all agree, then something is definitely wrong. But I get where you're coming from. I'm just, you know me, I like to joke too. So don't read it the wrong way, brother. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Big chances missed. They missed two big chances, and we missed none. Let's see, accurate passes. I don't think we need that. On the day, I think for me, let's look at the ratings for the players overall. Who's the top rated Chelsea player? 8.3. That's Enzo Fernandez. 7.8 for Mihailo Mudryk. For me, he did well on the day, even though it wasn't again. You could say it wasn't the best of performances from Chelsea for players, but I'll take it. We won. That's all that matters. I'd rather us not be. You could say not play very well, but find a way to always win games. That's the hallmark of a good side. Even when you don't play well, you find a way to win. I think, yeah, I'll take that. We're on. We will face Leicester City. In excuse me, in the quarterfinals, and that's not easy. And hopefully, we have again. Hopefully, we make it to the final and win it. Because that guarantees we'll participate in the European competition come next season. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 7 likes, and we're 24 minutes into the show. We should be doing way better than that. And also, if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. I would again that will go a long way for us. Let's see. I want to look at the numbers of the individuals. Let's look at Mihailo Mudryk. I thought he did very well, especially when he operated in the central, when he was still in the central, when he played as a number 10. I'll have to watch it again and pay attention to the average positioning of the players. Fortnov is still showing Raheem Sterling as a number 10 man. But I will look at that again. Let's see what Jersey has to say against the coach. I deeply appreciate your invaluable assistance, which has been instrumental for me. It is because of your guidance that I now prioritize listening to others when navigating situations in the UK. I appreciate that. I'm not doing again. I'm doing for you what others did for me, and believe me, what nothing makes me happy as me of you could say helping others. And I know you've helped me too. You may not know that, but we'll talk about that later. Keep dropping likes on the stream. Yeah, I appreciate all the compliments there. I don't want to start. You can say sounding like I'm full of myself here. Let's move on. I shouldn't be reading that. It's something that if you want to say it to me. We talk every day, Jerry. So let's look at Mihailo Mudryk's numbers. He played for 89 minutes. Yeah, minutes played 89 minutes. Goals 1. Total shots 2 in total. Accurate passes 16 out of 22. That's 72%. That's not easy. And chances created. He created 2 chances. Expected goals 0.21. Expected goals on target 0.36. Expected assists 0.21. Let's see what else. A shot accuracy 2 out of 2. Touches 41. Touches in opposition box 4 in total. Accurate crosses 1 out of 5. That's 4. I think corner kicks also are taken into account. So accurate long balls are 2 out of 4, 50%. Not bad at all. Defensive actions 2, recoveries 3 in total. Dribbled pass 1 time. Duels 1-1. Duels lost 4. Ground duels 1 out of 5. That's 4. But anyway, that's nothing. He scored a beautiful goal, and could have you could say had an assist. Had Sterling you could say played his part. Was fouled 1 time. Fouls committed 1 time. His thing. I think that's a role. We haven't seen him playing that role for Chelsea. I think he played in the 10 role, but I'd have to watch the game again and pay attention to the average positioning of the players. He had a good game overall. I'm gonna keep preaching this. It's that sort of player the manager needs to play and play consistently. And whenever he does well, reward him with a start in the next game. Don't just bench him for probably the so-called experience of player in Raheem Sterling. I just don't know what to make of it because on occasions where he's started games or maybe came off the bench and helped us win games. the following game he gets a drop. Again, it's just those days again. We were asking the question, why did the manager do that? Because Raheem Sterling, I get it, the most experienced player, but he hasn't been consistent. Yeah, if anything, he's been more frustrating than any other Chelsea player this season. And on occasions, he started games in place of Mihailo Mudryk. People were asking questions, and if you know Mudryk, you know that he has more to offer to this current Chelsea squad than Raheem Sterling. What the only thing Raheem Sterling has over Mihailo Mudryk is just experience. Beyond that, nothing else. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. If you have any questions and you're in the chat, drop it. And I want to hear your opinion on what, again, let's hear your observations from the game. You haven't told me, and not any of you in the chat haven't mentioned your man of the match and why you think that player should be a man of the match. Let's hear you. I have a question that I am not entirely certain about. If Pochettino were to win the FA Cup or achieve a sixth place of finish in the league, do you think he will be our manager next season? Here's the thing. I don't think that will be the deciding factor on whether he gets to stay or leaves. Here's the thing, and that's because the owners, if you know them or if you've read about them or if you've heard about what I'm about to say, right now, they are big believers in numbers. They believe in statistics, and according to them, going by what going by the numbers tell them, we should be fifth in the table. Yeah, and with that, I think it would take some other factors such as them. You can say decided, you know what? Even though the numbers tell us that we've done well, we should be a better place at the table, for lack of a better language. There, that he's not been lucky. Because sometimes you consider the fact that people are not just lucky enough for something to go their way. Here's the thing. I'm not too sure what's going to happen, but definitely he stays to the end of the season. That's when they will take their time to evaluate how well he's done and then decide what to do with them. And I don't think it'd be a problem, actually. I was saying a few days ago that firing him will compound the Chelsea's financial situation or financial issues. And then it just then I remember yesterday that he's on a 2-year contract with an option to extend it to a further year, making it 3 in total. So which means if he's on a 2-year contract, and you can say he's practically through with one, so he'll have just a year left. So I don't think it will cost them much to let him go if they decide that he's not the man for the job. And they learn that's reflective of the fact that they learned from Graham Potter's situation. They had him on a 1,000-year contract. So when it was time to let him go, it was difficult for them to let him go, given how much they'd have to pay him to let him go. But that's, by the way, my point is this. I don't think winning the FA Cup will be a deciding factor, given the fact that they are big believers in numbers, and numbers say, yeah, we should be better placed on the table or better placed on which one works better. I'm not too sure. Let's say we should be, in the top 4, or you say in the top 6, for lack of a better language. There, I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. We sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time joining the show. 7 likes, but I strongly believe we should be doing way better than that. Gusto, I think I have to talk about him. Heston, he, you can say, I don't know if it'd be correct to say he's done well in our last 2 games, even in the final, even in all the games he's played, the last 5 games he's played. But there's been some concerning, shaky moments that people, I did see people talk about on X. Some of them during the review of the game, of the games in questions, because up to 5 games. I think that comes with again. He's just I think at most 20. He's at most 20, which is not perfect yet. I think we'd see more of such, you can say, shaky moments from him. At Wembley, actually, he did come across as if he was nervous on occasions, how he gave away the ball easily, and some, you could say, short passes that didn't get to the intended teammate. That is something that I believe comes down to the fact that he's still very young. And was, you saw at Wembley, he was a bit overwhelmed by the size of the occasion. It took him time to grow into the game. He wasn't bad today, but I'm still saying, if you paid attention, you see flashes of that kid in him, inexperience in him, unnecessary dribbles sometimes. And sometimes it just seemed as if you could say he was tuned out during the game. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with 7 likes. We should be doing way better than that. And I think I've addressed this question. And Jerry again says, kindly like and subscribe to the channel to Chelsea Perspective. Jerry, I told you, bro, I know you love me. I know you're my bro, and you always want to support the community. But I appreciate that. Hopefully, you get monetized as soon as possible so that I can reciprocate. But I cannot thank you enough. That will go a long way for the community. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Don't lose a Chelsea Football Club. We didn't lose. We won. But we have a tough game in the weekend. Is that on Saturday? Would that be on Saturday or on Sunday, actually? And I'm concerned. And that's because let me just look at that particular game. I'll come back to Chelsea schedule. Just give me a second here. And Brentford, they've lost how many games in a row? So we will play Brentford on Saturday, and I want to check their record. I think they've lost a few games in a row. They are in a poor form right now. Just give me 1 second here. Fort Mob. I want to see how many games they've lost in a row, which is concerning to me. The Charity FC factor. I'm concerned that we're set on Saturday, and then Brentford, that a lot of people on paper I expect us to beat and mop the Stamford Bridge carpet with will turn up, and our players will not show up, and we end up losing that game. That would seriously break my heart. But just give me a second. I want to see Brentford's current form. I think they've lost quite a lot of games in a row. While I wait for that to happen, let's look at Nicholas Jackson's numbers for the day. I think he did well. He wasn't perfect, but he did well. He played for 90 minutes, 1 goal, total shots, 2 in total. Accurate passes, 19 out of 27, 70%. That's excellent, in my opinion. Let's see other important. Shot accuracy, 1 out of 250%. Not bad. Touches 42, touches in opposition box 7 in total. Successful dribbles 1 out of 4. That's poor. 25% accuracy. Successful dribble rate. Passes into the final third 2 in total. Accurate long balls 1 out of 1. 100% dispossessed 4 times. Non-penalty XG is 0.38. He makes excellent run, so that his non-penalty XG numbers are usually high. Tackles 1 out of 1. Defensive actions 3 in total. Recovers 2. Dribble pass twice. Duels 1, 4. Duels lost 11 in total. Not bad given the fact that he actually goes in for a lot of duels there. Ground duels 1, 2 out of 13. That's seriously poor. 15%. Area duels 1, 2 out of 2 on the day. I'm shocked, really. He's not known for his aerial ability, so I'm shocked that he's actually able to win 2 out of 2 aerial duels. That's not easy, really. He was fouled 0 times. Fouls committed 2 in total. Not a bad day for him, for the young Senegalese international. He's 22. I think he can only get better, and hopefully, if we get a traditional, you could say a more a true number 9, or maybe not really a traditional number 9, but a player who's, you could say, traditionally a number 9, whether hybrid or stereotypical number 9, I don't care. But my point is that Jackson is, for me, from what I've seen, and why I've argued that we should let Jackson, but Jackson, for me, he's proven that he's more effective. He'd be more effective for us if deployed on the flanks and not as number 9. Because Let's see what else we have here. Accurate passes, 19 out of 27, 70%. I think I've looked at those things also. Defense, 1 out of 1 tackles, 1. Defensive actions, 3 in total. Recoveries, 2. Dribbled pass twice. I think we've checked out those things. Yeah, I think we have not a bad game, but duels, that's poor really. 2 out of 13 ground duels, 1. That's really poor. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. 7 likes in total. I think we can do better than that. We have about 25 minutes to round off. I don't want it to be a long one. Let's see what else we have here from Jersey. He said, boss, when will the Chelsea versus Tottenham match, which was postponed due to EPL, due to the EFL Cup final? I'm not too sure really. Maybe they've rescheduled it already. I'm not too sure. Or whether they're still planning on doing that, I'm not sure. Yeah. But I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Big up to you too, Harrison Connor. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And Drew's, is that Beatson? Beatson. Beatson. I think I can call it that. Our goalkeeper needs to react more quickly. I think we've had the opportunity to see the 2 goalkeepers, Bettinelli not that much, but for Robert, we've seen Robert Sanchez and Dodi Petrovic, and I think we all can agree that Petrovic is the better goalkeeper of the 2. We've seen we have enough sample size to argue that's the case, but I've seen a lot of people arguing that Sanchez is better in terms of ball distribution and all that. I think Petrovic is better in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Let's see what happens. I think Sanchez got the opportunity to start between the sticks today. Because it was a cup game. It's as simple as that. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Raheem Sterling is rated 7.9, and I'm not too sure why, but I'm not going to look at his numbers. He has an assist, yeah, so maybe that's the reason. Let's look at Enzo Fernandez's number on the day. A lot of people were saying he wasn't that good, but let's see what the numbers tell us. I just say, in my opinion, I think from what my observations from the game of the first half, especially that I watched in a relaxed weekend. I was relaxed when I watched the first half before leaving the house. I think he did well, but let's see what the numbers tell us here. He played for 19 minutes. Area assist. He got 1 assist. The Conor Gallagher assist. I remember that. Total shots 2. Accurate passes 44 out of 47, 94% pass accuracy. That's excellent, actually. Chances created 2 in total. Attack 1 out of 2 shot accuracy, 50%. The touches 67 touches in opposition box, 2 in total. Successful dribbles 0 out of 2. That's poor. Passes into the final third 7. That's a high, but I expect more of that from him. Accurate long balls 4 out of 5, 80%. That's excellent. Tackles 1, 4 out of 5, 80%. So defensively, he was actually excellent. 4 out of 5 tackles, 1. Clearances 2 in total. Headed clearances 1. Interceptions 2. Defensive actions of 11. Recoveries 8. Dribble pass 1 time. Duels 1, 9. Duels lost 5. Grand duels 1, 7 out of 12. Not bad. 58%. For me, anything above 50%, I consider good. Every duels 1, 2 out of 2. Not bad. Also was fouled twice. Fouls committed 2. So it was a good game for Enzo Fernandez. If you're in the chat, let's hear you. I've asked the question, who was your man of the match? And nobody has answered that question. If you want to see it, okay, looks on Chelsea's side. I'd say maybe the top rated player. He got an assist, and also overall numbers say he did well overall. Mudryk wasn't bad. I think he did well, but I want to look at Casado's numbers. I think Casado, for me, will get more out of him. He's had 2 excellent assists. Defensive dissecting passes on 2 occasions right now. He has it in him, but because he's been the one responsible for protecting our defensive line, he hasn't been that adventurous on the pitch. And I think the return of Romeo Lavia will unleash Moses Casado, because Romeo Lavia, for me, is more equipped in terms of beating the press and helping the team play out from the back, because you can see he's a better dribbler than all the midfielders we have, in my opinion. I think he'd be more suitable for that 66 role. He's capable of finding solutions in tight spaces. Also, beating the press. Whether you have, even if you have 2, 3 players on him, he's that good. Hopefully, he recovers quickly to help us unleash Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo can also contribute defensively, even if he plays closer to the final third. He can start defending from there. But let's see what else we have. You keep dropping the likes on the machine, people. The likes do go a long way. This year, from Jerry is saying, it says, boss, do you think the eye test to evaluate performance will remain relevant in the next 5-7 years, given the advancements of the modern age? Hesitant. It will always be there. It will always be there. Let's be honest here. Let's be truthful here. The fact remains that before you even consider looking at the numbers of a player, in most cases, before you start looking at the numbers, in most cases, you already have watched the player and you are convinced by his performance. So you want to go see what the numbers say to complement what you experience. What again? To complement. Let's say, I think the most suitable language there will be to complement your observations during the game. So I don't think either you need both to make good decision. Sometimes stats, I get it. Numbers don't lie. But sometimes, for instance, when Lukaku, before we signed Lukaku from Inter Milan, he scored like 1 billion goals. But if before we signed him, let's say you don't, you didn't know him, or you say you didn't know him that much. You relied on the numbers alone. You wouldn't know the fact at the time. There's no way you would have known it before Chelsea signed him that he does well in a team. You can say that in a team that what's the correct phrase in here? That Lukaku thrives. You can say in a counter-attacking team. Lukaku is not good at beating his man one-on-one. Lukaku, you can say there are all the things you can say the goals alone doesn't tell the story of the side of a striker that he is. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm finding it difficult to communicate effectively what I'm trying to explain here. The reason I think numbers alone aren't enough to you can say to evaluate and conclude whether a player is good enough or not. Eye test is critical as much as numbers are critical too. I think they both complement each other. You observe, then you go check what the numbers say. There are some non-quantifiable attributes that a player can have, if that makes sense. Non-quantifiable attributes that can that you don't need, that numbers won't tell you everything about, if that makes sense. But there are quantifiable attributes that you go and say, okay, dribble success rate and all that and everything. So my point is this: numbers alone, I don't think will be numbers alone aren't enough to tell you all you need to know about a player. Your eye test is important, and I'm going to just close that chapter by saying they complement each other. What you observe and what the numbers say. And again, more importantly, all footballing attributes are quantifiable, if that makes sense. And I used the case of Lukaku. I don't know whether I did that effectively, but I hope you understand my point. That if you paid attention to the fact that he scored tons of goals without knowing that he struggles 1v1, he's not a good dribbler, and actually aerially he's not that good aerially, even though he's a big guy. I could be wrong in that aspect, but I don't think he's good. I really, actually, in my opinion, if that makes sense. But keep dropping the likes. I'm sure people, the likes do go a long way. Gallagher for winning the game and helping me live another day. Having said that, I do agree with Kalita's analysis and Gallagher. Here's the thing. And I think you and I have discussed that severally. And I've always told you, even if you think Gallagher he isn't good enough for Chelsea Football Club, or if you even if you think he's a poor player, you say he's not a good player. One thing you shouldn't underestimate is the fact that he's emerged. His overtime. Overtime, we've learned that he's the manager's most important player, whether you think that shouldn't be the case or not. And he's been one of Chelsea's most, you can say, most consistent player in in the season so far. I know he's not been perfect. He's not the most technically gifted, but he's very unique, and his what he brings to the table is something that's very important to the manager's preferred approach to football. Romeo Lavia doesn't offer that. Moises Caicedo doesn't offer that. Enzo Fernandez doesn't offer that. That's what makes him unique. He's one of such players that if it's not playing, the manager again. I don't know how else to explain this. I think if it's something if you've been living under the rock. I don't think he's the best player at Chelsea, but I'm also going to let you know I don't think he's the worst player at Chelsea right now. But the fact remains, there's a good player in him, and I think he can only get better. Carlito is entitled to his opinion, and you're entitled to believe Carlito, and you're entitled to also argue that Gallagher isn't good enough for Chelsea. But what he offers, no other player at the club right now can offer that. And I argue that every team needs a Gallagher to succeed. And that's just my opinion. And I said this right now. Remember, I told people, and I was still in the Mitchell's panelist group, the Waffless group, he calls it. And I told Kalito, my bro and friend, that Gallagher stays beyond January. That beyond January, that I'm not too sure what's going to happen with Gallagher. Why? I'm going to explain. Beyond January, and we're beyond January right now, his contract situation comes into play. So if he refuses to accept the new owner's contract format, contract construct, if that's what you want to call it, then it'd be difficult for them to keep him. Yeah, it's something as I did pay attention to before during the January transfer window. The fact that the manager he didn't at any time specifically said he wants Gallagher to stay or wants the owners to find a solution and ensure that he stays, which managers often do when they want a player to stay. He was just busy at the time preaching how he's come through the Chelsea's academy system and how he's been important and how well he's played since the start of the season and all that. But that's, by the way, his thing. I don't know what's going to happen in the summer, and that's because he'd have a lot less left on his current contract. Plus, the new contract situation comes into play. So, but remember, I'm quite sure you can recall that I told a lot of people that he stays beyond January, and that has happened. Now, from the summer to the summer, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. But that's, by the way, let's see. Aka, or should I call you AK? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I love the background, coach. I appreciate that, Aka. But that's Aka, since it's AKA. The letters are not all in caps, so let me call you Aka. Aka Chihu, or I'm not sure. There are too many Igbo names that you can abbreviate as Aka. You can say, as Aka for sure. But that's, by the way, let's see. Choma here is saying Conor Gallagher has really been trying. He's been trying. And I get it. He missed 3 chances in the Carabao Cup finals. But what game was that he scored 2 goals in how many minutes to help us win that game? And today's game, he won it for us. He's not been perfect. Do I think we can do better than Conor Gallagher? I'd say yes. And Aka, I had to highlight your comment just to say thank you for appreciating the background. I like it. You like it, but thank you so much for that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding. Okay, Aka, he's a Raven. He's from Ivory Coast. And congratulations. Your boys won the AFCON against Nigeria. You said it right, Coach. It's Ivorian. Okay, I like that. Thank you so much, Aka. Thank you for letting me know that I said that. I said your name correctly. All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. We sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time to join me this it's evening for me, 5:20 yeah, PM. Let's see what we have here. Two goals versus Palace. Yeah, give him credit. Give him credit. I get it, it's not perfect. And I'm gonna say this, do I think we can do better than Gallagher? Yeah. But I think we should at least, even if you think it's not good enough for Chelsea, support him until he's gone. At least his commitment, I would say, is unrivaled right now. No other player is as committed as Gallagher. He's not perfect. And if I were the manager, I wouldn't be playing him in the number 10 role. That's because, in my opinion, anybody that plays in the number 10 role should be, you could say, should be offering more, not just you can say press and all that and ball winning. But I'll take it if that's how the manager prefers to play him. Maybe he's found other ways to conduce or maybe you could say to mask Gallagher's deficiency and still get the team playing, because we've made great progress. It's just that Pochettino as Chelsea manager was never going to be a rosy, given the fact that he was once Tottenham Tottenham's manager. So let that sink in. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I'm going to look at Moises Caicedo's numbers. I think he had a good game. Overall, but I think we can get more independence or the freedom to be more adventurous on the pitch, because he has excellent passing range in him. He played 90 minutes, assists, one delicious assist actually for Nicholas Jackson. And credit to Nicholas Jackson for making that run. That wasn't easy. Accurate passes 62 out of 67, 93%. Wow, that's good. You can argue most of them safer option passes, but it counts though. Chances created one. Let's see, attacks 77 touches in total. Successful dribbles 1 out of 1. Passes into the final third 6 in total. That's not for me. That's fine. Because there are multiple reasons why, a multitude of reasons why. Again, a player that's playing that deep didn't get a chance to play more balls into the final third. Accurate long balls 4 out of 5, 80%. That's excellent. He has an excellent passing range in him. I'm going to keep preaching that. And I want him to be unleashed in terms of having the freedom to be more adventurous on the pitch. Tackles 1, 4 out of 5. Clearances 1. Headed clearances 1 in total. Defensive actions 7 in total. Recoveries 10. Dribbled past 2 times. Duels 1, 6 in total. Duels lost 3, not that many. Ground duels 1, 6 out of 9, 67%. That's excellent in my opinion. And fouls committed 1. Yeah, so he had an excellent game. Followed by that, you can say what I would call a brilliant performance in the EFL Cup final. I get it, we didn't win it, and because of that, I think it just doesn't make sense to talk about his performance on the day. But I'd say that was one of his best performances in the Chelsea shirt, in my opinion. Let's look at whose numbers again. Let's look at Malo Gusto's numbers, and I think after that we'll call it a day. And I'm going to try to be doing more of the vertical format shows during the evenings, and I think I prefer being the only one on the panel. Imagine if we have 4 people on the panel, how small the spaces for each person, the space for each person would be. So it just doesn't make sense. But I enjoy interacting with you. The Blue Money Show will still be the full screen format. But if you want this to go full screen, all you have to do is just swipe up and it will go full screen. So let's see what we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with. Malo Gusto played 61 minutes. Yeah, accurate passes 32 out of 44, 73%. Not bad. Let's go to attack. Touches 67 in total. Touches in opposition box 1. Successful dribbles 1 out of 1. Passes into the final third 1. Accurate crosses 0 out of 2. That's 4. Accurate long balls 1 out of 5. 20%. That's 4. Tackles 1, 4 out of 4. Defensively, he's solid. And that kid, I'm still saying, a lot of people don't know what a player was signed in Malo Gusto and how much we paid for him. Wow. Defensive actions are 5 in total. Recoveries 5 in total. Dribble pass 2 times. Duels 1, 5. Duels lost 3. Ground duels 1, 5 out of 8, 63% in total. Percent in total. Area Dudes 1-0. Then I think he didn't go for any. But for me, he had a good game in total. Yeah. I'm gonna watch this game again. Again, a lot of people were complaining about Sanchez's performance. I'm gonna watch it again and pay attention to his performance in the day. But even before his return, I knew he was going to start this game during our lineup prediction exercise. I did say he was going to start, and that's because Petrovic, he's played enough, so the case would never be the manager. You could say playing him for him to play more, and you could say and acclimatize more, or maybe for lack of better language, and you could say maybe get used to playing with his teammates and all that. But I think he's the better of the two goalkeepers, in my opinion. But let's see what the manager does. I heard, again, I read a lot of people complaining online. A lot of people. I watched the game a few times more. Let's see what's happening here. Coach, before I head back to bed, I have a delicious question for you. It's currently 1:25 a.m. here. Suppose the unthinkable happens in the summer and we'll lose Spurs. Who are your top two candidates? Wow. I'm going to say this. That's a delicious question indeed, but one that I can help you. I can garnish with spices to make it even more delicious. But I like the way you phrased it. That's what I'm going to say. I have to be honest, because I wasn't poached out until about a month ago. I haven't actually started looking beyond Poch's era. Yeah, I don't have anybody in mind. I've seen people mentioning Hansi Flick. I think he's going to struggle in the Premier League. Yeah, he's not pragmatic enough for the Premier League, in my opinion. I think he's so stubborn. He's that sort of manager that's bent on playing games with a particular playing games with a particular approach and not, you can say, tweaking things to adapt. I think he's going to struggle in the Premier League. I've seen people also mention Amorim. Is it Amorim or Amorim, the Sporting CP manager? I've seen people mention Roberto De Zerbi, Amorim. Those are, you can argue, still will be no different from will be no different from the risk we took when we had Graham Potter and even Mauricio Pochettino himself. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anybody in mind. If they say Mourinho tomorrow, if he agrees to take the job, I'll say yeah, because I know at least the mentality of the players will change over time. But even a weak accent, he knows he has that approach of you can say of turning the players. You can say how what's the language I'm looking for? That he uses effectively that us against the world mentality. I think he has a way of drilling that into the, you can say, the mental. What better way? How do I phrase this correctly? But I'm sure you understand my point there. I take Mourinho, even though I think he's not been, you say he's not progressive enough to my liking. Football has moved on, and you can say he's been left behind, but he will still find a way to win. The truth remains that it will be ugly, and I don't think Chelsea fans will like that. Conte, I'd say, yeah, Conte can also be overly pragmatic sometimes. Yeah, ruthless mentality, you could say that. But to define it to define it more, it is that mentality, that us against the world mentality. I think it has helped him win a lot, in my opinion, but he's just not progressive enough. Football has moved on, and yeah, he's left behind. He will win something for you one season, next season, and he's not the one for a long-term project. And the owners, they're looking for manager that will you can say be here for be here for a while and not just 2 or 3 years. And Mourinho isn't that guy. And there's a pattern to that actually. On record, it's on record how many times he's hardly stays beyond the 3 years in any particular job. But if you give him the time he needs and the players he wants, he'd win you something. But in 2 3 years, one way or the other, he will fall out with the club's board and gets fired. And I think he's I forgot I did look at, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now, how much he's earned from being getting fired. If you see the numbers, you'd say, yeah, maybe he on papers, once he wins something at a club, he just finds a way to he just finds a way to, you say, to start a fight with the board. And for a simple American language, to start a fight with the board, gets fired, and then gets a huge payoff. He's earned, I think, up to 40 or 50 million from payoffs. Let me see if I can find it quickly. So for me, that would be a concern for Chelsea owners. I don't think they would want to risk it. As good as anybody thinks Mourinho is, it's a huge, huge risk. Give me a chance. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see how much he's earned from his payoffs from clubs that have hired and fired him. It's a ridiculous amount of money, actually. I'm going to search for my bro, Nee Zion. I think I shared that with him. I'm going to find that. Give me 1 second here. I shared it with him. Oh, come on. I can't find it. I think I did share it with my bro, Nee Zion here. So I'm trying to find it. Let me see. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna find it and share with you in a bit. Just give me 1 second here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Yep, there you go. So yeah, Mourinho in total. I'm not sure if I have the time to do the calculation here, but that's why let me move on and say hello to my bro. Ooh, Nizayan is at the house. Hi, hello, bro. Why do you look smaller on my screen? That's because I'm using the format. We'll talk about that. YouTube released, I think they introduced that feature a month about, I think last month actually, and it helps you. You say you gain a lot of subscribers because it pushes the stream to those people who are more likely to consume vertical format videos. And you get last time I did it, I think we got nearly 200 subscribers in less than 2 hours stream. Yep. And it got 3,700 and something views, but this evening it's a bit slow. So I'm experimenting with times when this format will work well. Maybe do consistently for this evening times to see how that works. Let's see. Yeah, it says my brother is doing something new, magic. It's a feature. I mean, you can also stream in the vertical format there. Yeah. So Mourinho got 18 million. His first stint at Chelsea when he was fired, he got 18 million pounds. Real Madrid fired him and paid him 17 million pounds. And then for his second stint at Chelsea, when he was fired, he got 8.3 million pounds. At Manchester United, when he was fired, he got 19.6 million pounds. At Tottenham, when he was fired, he got 15 million pounds. At Roma, when he got fired, he got 3 million pounds. So that's a lot of money. I've looked at this before. In my opinion, I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Had he stayed at United, I think he won't get such money in bulk. But he got fired and get that money in bulk and moved on to other clubs. So for me, I don't think the owners, I don't think did risk that. But that's just my opinion anyway. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. We've gained about, you can say, 10 subscribers this evening, and I like that. Let's see what else we have. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. If a change becomes necessary, I suggest Nagelsmann. The rationale behind these choices is that he aligns with the squad's profile, given his status as a young and innovative manager, and you can say he has a proven track record in terms of nurturing young players. But here's why I don't think the owners would go back to him, and that's because they negotiated with him the last time and he pulled out. Maybe because he realized they weren't going to give him the job, or maybe he thought they weren't going to give him the job. I'm not too sure why he pulled out of the race to become Chelsea manager at the time. And there was some back and forth. Him saying, I did read something to the effect of he was never part of it or something. I just can't quite remember because I think there was some back and forth between his camp and Chelsea Football Club's hierarchy. So they're not in good terms. I don't think that's the case. But that's by the way, we'll move on from that. I don't think let's just look at Raheem Sterling's numbers. I think he got an assist, so that may well be the reason why he got a 7.9 rating. But I need to watch the game again from start to finish, maybe twice to see how well he did. He played 74 minutes, assists one, accurate passes 19 out of 23, 83%, not bad. Chances created two in total. Expected assists, okay, 0.20, not bad. Touches 32, touches in opposition box 5 in total. Successful dribbles 1 out of 1. He didn't try too many today. Usually he averages a 40 point something percent dribble success rate. Passes into the final third 2 in total. Let's see what else we have here. Accurate crosses 1 out of 1. Accurate long balls 1 out of 2, 50%. Let's see, tackles 1. Okay, then attempt any interceptions 1 in total. Defensive actions 2 in total. Recovers 5 in total. Dribble pass 1 time. Duels 1, 5 in total. Duels lost 2. Ground duels 1, 4 out of 5. That's excellent, actually. Aerial duels 1 out of 2, 50%. And he's not known for his aerial ability. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream. People, the likes do go a long way. And my bro, Constantine Dante, is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. I'm sure you've heard me say that before. I'm going to be doing more of the vertical format video because it helps us gain more subscribers than the full screen format. But not as we haven't gained as many as we did the last time. We get nearly 200 subscribers within just less than 2 hours. But today we've got gained just about 6 or so subscribers in total. My mathematics was wrong before my calculations. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. New setup. It's a bit small. Can make it larger. It's not up to me. Just swipe up. If you swipe up, it goes full screen. Yeah, if you swipe up, it goes full screen. If you don't swipe up, it stays as you're seeing it on your screen right now. Yeah, it's a new format, but we're not going to be doing this consistently. Maybe sometimes on occasions during the Blue Money Show, we'll do this format just to help us reach more people. And yeah, we can always get back to using the full width. Oh, you are on a laptop, so you never get it to go full screen. So this is more for those who consume YouTube Shorts, who consume more vertical format videos. So yeah, so that's why, yeah, I don't think it doesn't look good on the laptops. Yeah. Let's see. I believe Liverpool will emerge as a favorite to secure Nagelsmann in the summer. That's a possibility. They do that, but Alonso is a possibility too. Former Liverpool man himself, and he's proven to be an excellent manager. And rumors are that Chelsea are also interested in his services. But I say, don't. It's still a risk, in my opinion. Lord Dante is in the house. It's good to see you wearing blue more. This is the blue that I told you where I was going in private. We had a conversation and I told you where I was going, didn't I? So yeah, so this is the shirt I wore when we left the house. So I'm still wearing it, and I'm still gonna wear it because I have a Zoom meeting with some of my students. So I still would like to use that. Let's see. Constantine Dante is saying he's on the laptop. Let's see anything here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. On phone would be good, but I'm never on phone. Okay. Totally understand. Let's see, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Pops up after wins only. Let me be honest here. Let me just say this quickly. Had we not won this game, I don't think I'd bother coming online this evening. But I knew we were going to win, and if you paid attention, yeah, if you paid attention, during the predictions show, I did say that we were going to win this, and I'm confident we're going to win this. Two things. One, you could argue on, you could say superstitious maybe. That's because the Leeds they haven't lost for like 1,000 years, and that's when you know Chelsea are going to win a game. Because I think one of our things to do is to break teams, and we broke them. And another one is that I said the boys will react. We'll get a good reaction from them after that loss in the final, and they did. No matter how badly anybody thinks we'll play, I think it was a good game overall, in my opinion. It wasn't perfect, but the fact that we showed character to come back from a goal down to later win the game, no matter how anybody sees it, I'll take it. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We got there in the end. Punch is a magician. Give him credit, and Jerry Z will like that. Yeah, I see you asking him. So, people, I'm gonna end. I have a meeting with some students, so I have to end and prepare for that at the time. Believe me, we'll be doing more of the vertical format shows because he had more subscribers. And he will not take over the Blue Morning Show. We still do the vertical format shows every now and then during the Blue Morning Show. But right now, I'm gonna call it a day and prepare for my next appointment. And there you go. I'd be shocked if Jersey didn't come back to respond. I'm gonna say thank you to Jersey, thank you to Constantine Dante, thank you to all of you. And please, if you haven't, go check out Jersey's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Some delicious content there, and I know you will enjoy it. Still waiting for his disappearance show. Who's disappearance show? But with that, people, we've come to the end of the show this evening. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and cheers.